Most people come to Great Lakes Crossing to go shopping or to see a movie, but with their newest attraction, you can now get up close and personal with some pretty awesome sea life.
Welcome to Sea Life Michigan.
We are only 1 week away from the Sea Life Michigan Aquarium grand opening on January 29th, and by this time next week, you could be exploring this amazing exhibit for yourself. With over 5,000 sea creatures, a touch pool, and an underwater ocean tunnel, Sea Life is all the excitement of scuba diving without the wetsuit. On Thursday, January 22nd, Sea Life held a media preview event where they invited media from all around Metro Detroit, including mommy bloggers along with their children.
As an employee who's watched it from a concrete shell to what it is today, it's really exciting to see guests finally getting to enjoy the finished product.
And both children and adults have nothing but rave reviews about Sea Life.
I got to see some jellyfish, some octopus, a statue, and some other stuff. Really cool, like manta rays, starfish.
I really liked it because I didn't think it would be this big.
The fact that it's in a mall, and they also have the Rainforest Cafe, and then Bass Pro Shops also has an aquarium. I think for an indoor adventure for kids, this is a great place to come. They can have lunch, they can enjoy the scenery, and mom can shop if she wants to, so it's a perfect combination.
Located in the old GameWorks space next to the Rainforest Cafe is where you will find this gem.
We have some really great offerings for people of all ages. Obviously we have a ton of things geared toward kids. We have a map quiz trail that they can do. We have tablets on all of our exhibits where they can, be more interactive with it. Some of the really key features, we have a touch pool where you can touch sea stars. We have so many varieties of sea stars I've never seen before. It's really exciting. Urchins and crabs. And then, of course, we have the sharks that everyone's really excited about. So we have a 180-degree ocean tunnel that you wander through that, and you have stingrays and sharks and hundreds of beautiful fish just swimming around you. And then we have, throughout your visit as well, we'll have talks. So we'll have educational talks, as well as we have some certain feeding times a day, so you could watch us feed the rays or the sharks as well.
And while Sea Life may be new to Michigan, their worldwide expansion proves they are experts in underwater exhibits. They currently have 7 aquariums in the United States and 42 globally. Sea Life's mission is to breed, rescue, and protect in order to conserve oceanic species.
Education and conservation is definitely a key message that we want to get out there for all of our visitors.
Now, I'm told this is the largest aquarium in Michigan, so don't miss your chance to come out and see some amazing sea life, and the little ones can even get a hands-on experience. Reporting from Great Lakes Crossing, I'm Ciaramitaro, ONTV News. Oakland University held their Keeper of the Dream Scholarship Award ceremony Monday, January 19th, where they awarded 5 students who represent and promote diversity on campus. One winner and nursing major, Zainab Faz, says she loves to expand her horizons when it comes to diversity and learning about other cultures.
I'm part of the African Student Association. Very different, but I really want to step out of my element and really get to know people who aren't really about me, and maybe somebody that I really haven't gotten the opportunity or taken the time to understand, and really get to see their culture and what they're all about. So I definitely hope people see me as a good representation of that, and try to do that as well. And maybe if it's not African Student Association, maybe they come to my student org, the Lebanese Student Association, and just really learn about others, just so we're all comfortable, because we all have Oakland University in common.
Zainab Faz, along with her fellow scholarship winners Joseph Kierma, Chanel Daniels, Akuri Kowart, and Taylor Moore, say they are incredibly gracious to be recognized for such an amazing scholarship honoring the late Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Faz may demonstrate diversity at Oakland University, but her future plans extend far beyond collegiate level.
the only reason why I'm going into nursing is just to make sure 100% of my energy is going into other people, helping out as much as I can. I was always intrigued and wanting to go work in Africa and volunteer, whether it's work or volunteer work. But that's definitely a goal of mine, to get out of my home, get out of Michigan or even just West Bloomfield, and just expand, and wherever help is needed, I can go there.
The assistant director for the Center of Multicultural Initiatives at Oakland University, Nicole Lucio, says the Keeper of the Dream Award would not be possible without the help of sponsors.
Today we're honoring 5 scholarship recipients. We do award anywhere from 3 to 6 scholarships, depending on the sponsors. We really look to our community partners to come in and sponsor these scholarships so that we can really, promote and continue to encourage students to do this type of work on campus.
This year's sponsors included Beaumont Health Systems, Oakland University Credit Union, Oakland University Alumni Association, the Ellen L. McIntosh Scholarship, and AutoLive Americas. The event also had a special guest speaker, actress and activist Journey Smollett. This was Oakland University's 23rd year awarding the Keeper of the Dream Scholarship. For more information about the scholarship, log on to oakland.edu. Reporting for ONTV News, I'm Katie Ciaramitaro. I'm here at a bone marrow drive where a longtime Lake Orion resident is looking to find a match that could potentially save her life, and becoming a match could be as simple as taking a cheek swab. Linda Hamilton and her husband Dave have been Lake Orion residents for nearly 40 years. Linda has been employed by the Clarkston School District for 25 years, and Dave has been a volunteer Lake Orion firefighter for over 35 years. They raised their family right here in Lake Orion, and now they're asking for your support. Linda was diagnosed with leukemia last September and is in need of a stem cell transplant. Her daughter Carrie Jolly organized today's bone marrow drive to bring awareness to the community with the hopes of finding donor matches.
As a family, we're relying on a stranger to be my mom's donor, so we're hoping that doing this today, we'll find a donor for somebody else that's waiting.
And finding a donor match is the miracle cancer patients like Linda need.
The hope is for her and other patients that that donor will be identified, they'll go through the transplant process, and hopefully their leukemias will go into remission.
Becoming a potential donor is easy. You simply fill out a consent form and take a cheek swab, which adds your DNA to the donor registry. If you are a found match, you will be asked to donate in one of 2 ways.
It'll either be a stem cell donation, which is similar to platelet or plasma donation. It's the most common donation type. The less common donation type is the marrow. It's not as invasive as most people think. It's outpatient and you're under anesthesia. It's a small incision on the lower part of your back. So small they don't even stitch it up. Most people are back to their regular activities within a few days.
Linda is currently receiving chemotherapy, but a stem cell transplant is her greatest chance of reaching remission.
I just did my 3rd round of chemo, and and it happens that I have to go back to stay in like a semi-remission because chemo won't keep you in remission. So that's why I need a donor to get my savior, my life savior.
Linda is in the fight of her life, and drives like this find many donors and save many lives every year.
People know to go to be an organ donor. They know to give blood. A lot of them don't know about bone marrow donation, and that's important. And I guess it doesn't really hit home till it touches your life.
If you were unable to attend today's drive, it's not too late to make a difference. Log on to bethematch.org and see how you can become a donor. From Clarkston, I'm Katie Ciaramitaro, ONTV News.
No residential drilling! No residential drilling! No residential drilling!
Fed up Shelby residents took their concerns to the Capitol earlier this week, protesting one major problem that's right in their backyards. This oil drill is the root of the problem, and their message to lawmakers is very clear: stop residential oil drilling.
We're not against drilling. We're just against drilling in residential areas.
We are not against oil and gas well drilling. We're not that group. We are a group that's up for responsible oil and gas well drilling, and you have to respect local property owners, local neighborhoods, local citizens. You can't just come in and say, oh, we're drilling for oil. You can't do that for any other thing. Why should they be given that free pass?
Senator Brandenburg and Representative Lund have introduced a bill to prevent oil drilling in neighborhoods with populations of 70,000 or more people. And protesters want to make sure their voices, along with local government's voices, are heard, and that this bill is finally passed to make residential oil drilling illegal.
It's legal, but it's not moral, and it certainly is not ethical.
We want it up to the townships to have the first say. Right now, the state of Michigan has had the first say and only say.
West Bay Exploration, the company in charge of drilling in Shelby Township and several other residential areas, has temporarily halted drilling in Shelby. But residents say they will not be happy until this bill is passed and residential drilling ends for good. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Katie Ciaramitaro. They say laughter is the best medicine. Well, these majestic creatures are putting big smiles on the faces of COPD patients here at Henry Ford. Henry Ford Macomb's Pulmonary Rehab Center is taking a new approach to therapy by allowing their patients to witness butterflies hatching, spreading their wings for the very first time, and taking flight.
When I got to release a butterfly and to have him in my hand, and he just stood there, it was so awesome. And it's like having holding a newborn baby. And then when he flew away, I was a little sad, like, come back here. You know, it was something, is all I could say.
Christine Bergeron is a COPD patient currently awaiting a lung transplant. Her experience with the butterflies has been wonderful, and her hopes are that all patients experience this bliss.
No one should miss the opportunity to let a butterfly go. Actually, it kind of is sad when they leave you. And now he's going to make it all the way to Mexico. And if he can make it to Mexico, I can make it on these machines.
Respiratory therapist Diane DeClerc says the process is healing because it brings patients a sense of peace.
I started out by letting people who've had lung transplants release butterflies because it kind of symbolizes new life. But then I started letting other people that have lung disease release them. And I didn't realize how much it meant to them until some of them came back and told me how wonderful it made them feel, that they felt like they felt good for the whole weekend.
Diane's patients say they can't thank her enough for bringing such a beautiful and tranquil experience into their lives, and it makes coping with COPD just a little bit easier. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Katie Ciaramitaro. It's Oakland University's newest, loudest, and most majestic addition, the Elliott Bell Tower, and it reigns mighty over this ever-growing college campus. Standing at 151 feet tall with over 77 stairs and 49 carillon bells, this beauty is seen and heard throughout Oakland University and its surrounding community.
Oakland's on the up and up, and I think this is just kind of one of those trademark symbols that, you know, you can see it from so far down the road and, you know, from Auburn Hills and like from our organic farm that's all the way across campus. Like, you can see it over the tree line, and I think just having that kind of on the horizon does really kind of put us up there, that, you know, it's that symbol now. We have something that's our center of campus, that it's like, it's our trademark.
I think it really adds more of a bigger awareness as this is being a university. Having a clock tower does make a big impression as alumni people coming into school here.
Thanks to a large and very generous donation from the Elliott family, Oakland University now joins the University of Michigan, Michigan State, and Grand Valley State, and is the 4th Michigan university to have a carillon bell tower. The carillon is an old world instrument, and historically the carillon bell tower has been a point of civic pride.
The instrument we have today that's played from a keyboard with at least 23 bells is 500 years old. So it's an old instrument, but it can play any music, old world music or very modern music.
Right next to the bell tower, you will find a custom-made water fountain that was designed by Wet, a California-based company that designs high-end water fountains, including the Bellagio Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas and the fountains at the Sochi Winter Olympics. A dedication ceremony was held at Oakland University this afternoon to honor longtime supporters Hugh and Nancy Elliott, and construction on the bell tower is expected to be completed late October. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Katie Ciaramitaro.